Hey, what's up?
Hey, that game's on tonight.
Yeah, I know.
What time is it?
Yeah, I don't really know when that game starts. Let me go outside and get the paper, and I'll call you back.
All right.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here. And nobody's more excited than your humble reporter, Bartholomew Preston Andrisco. I haven't been this excited since that toothless Korean woman gave me the smiling Sunday at the day spa. People have been piling into the auditorium for the last few hours. It's time we head inside and get this thing started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and bodybuilding fans across the county. Thank you for tuning in to the World Bodybuilding Network. I'm your host and commentator this evening, John the Hammer Helwig, along with my co-host, Bob Kostas. Bob, we have an interesting competition this year.
That's right, Hammer. Let's start off by taking a look at the situation surrounding last year's champion, Henry the Hungarian Heartbreaker Hammerstein. Henry decided earlier this year not to run for a shot at 2 in a row. The decision came after a malicious attack by an unknown assailant outside of a local grade school, which occurred just minutes after Henry had finished one of his famous motivational speeches.
Stay on the ground! Oh, for the love of God! Oh. How do you like that? Stay on the ground, you motherfucker!
It takes all kinds, doesn't it, Bob?
It sure does, John, and it's a damn shame. Last year, I couldn't tell if his 6-foot, 315-pound body was made of flesh and bone or steel and high tensile carbon fire from the blast kiln bowels of the former Iron Curtain.
Speaking of the Iron Curtain, Bob, let's get right to it. This is the story everyone has been talking about. The prestigious Polak who has stepped into the spotlight.
Ricky Triceps was considered earlier this year to be a shoo-in for the crown. However, a nasty turn of events not only came close to taking him out of this contest, it almost took him out of the next 15 to 20. However, just 1 week ago, it was discovered that he had been set up and was cleared of all wrongdoing. Rest assured that Rick will be looking for redemption tonight.
Well, if it's redemption he seeks, then it's Mike Quadrupelli he will have to get it from.
Gotta be honest, Hammer. I don't see that happening.
Well, tonight is the night that these questions will be answered. And for a little more on these two anatomically enhanced men, let's go backstage to our old friend, Bud Andrisco, who is with Ricky Triceps now.
Thanks, fellas. And here we are backstage. And with all the controversy surrounding this year's competition, Rick, how does it feel to finally get the chance to show off what you have worked so hard for?
Well, you know something, bud. They have waited, and they have watched, and they have heard all the talk. And now is the time for each and every single Rickomaniac to stand up in defiance of the Black Force, who is Michael Quadrupelli. Everybody's watching, bud, from the East County Bridge all the way down to the White River. And today is the day when the halls of an eternity will empty and fill this auditorium up to the rafters, with each one singing the praises of El Machalia.
Rick, you seem awfully confident. Tell me, what makes you think you've got what it takes to win this competition?
Well, but I'm a rhinestone cowboy, and I ain't taking no for an answer. Women will cheer and critics will scoff, but in the end, there will be only one, and that one is me, the rambling, gambling man who's too hot to handle and just too cold to hold.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have seen determination, but this takes it to a whole new level. I can hardly even contain myself. Who's next, Beck? Oh, look who it is, the master of controversy himself, Mikey Quads. Mike, I just spoke to Rick and he's gunning for you.
Why don't you shut your face, Bud and Driscoll? I'm not in the mood for the tall tales of El Macharia. I'm in the mood to walk on stage and show each and every single one of those white trash, ignorant, night school attending Rickomaniacs just what Quadzilla's about. And I'll tell you another thing. I'm gonna show them that—
It's absolute chaos back here, fellas. Back to you.
That goes to show you just how serious these two men are in this competition. And the electricity has spilled over into the auditorium. These fans are on the edge of their seats in anticipation of this visual orgasm they are about to receive. Isn't that right, Bob? Bob?
Yes, I believe that to be true.
Sad son of a... Well, that's it for the pre-show. Let's go to the stage as we have a very special master of ceremonies for you tonight. The very first Mr. Chivalron, Hank Hemcheski.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome to the Chivalron Classic 2007. We have quite a show in store for you this evening. For those attending your first Classic, let me go over the schedule of events. We will begin with the display of all our competitors in what we call the Gathering. Following this, we will allow the top 3 competitors to present their physique individually. Judges will then select the top 2 competitors for what we call the Showdown. This will decide the winner of the competition and your new Mr. Chivalron 2007. Without further ado, I present to you the men we all dream to look like, the Chivalron class of 2007. Gentlemen, for this round, we will have you display a few basic poses while the judges assess muscularity and richness of skin tone. Gentlemen, please display a front double bicep. Very nice indeed. Now, gentlemen, please display a most muscular from the front. That's what it's all about right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, please display a Frank Zane 3/4 bicep point. Hey, clean it up there, Mr. Chanowski. All right, that's it for the first round. If you all exit stage left, we will begin the individual round of judging. Let's hear it for all those of this year's competitors.
Bob, I don't know if I've ever seen a group of men looking so fit and charismatic in the first round. I know it's early, but after seeing them on stage, who do you think has the advantage?
Well, Hammer, I am surprised by a couple of the competitors, especially this man they call Leonard Luttrell. My God, this man is called lightning in a bottle, John.
Yes, and trained by none other than the immense Ricky Triceps. Leonard Luttrell has turned this into a 3-man race.
Indeed, John.
Well, let's not waste any more time and take it back to the stage.